Hey guys, it's Ivy. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing my February wrap-up. It's really late, but I was like really busy traveling and then work, and then I got sick and then I traveled again, and so now I'm doing it. I'm sorry it's late, but better late than never. So the first book I finished in March was Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J Maas, and this was a reread. I meant February. I don't even know what year I'm in. Honestly, I read most of this in January, and then I finished like the very last like 15% in February. Obviously I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I had to do a reread because I just couldn't stop thinking about it, and it's just like, why wouldn't you not do a reread of your favorite series when you want to? So yep, that's all I have to say about that. Then I read King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo, and I cannot get this sticker off. I need to try like with like a warm wet washcloth or something, because this isn't like papers on the outside, so I think that maybe I could get it off. I don't know. But anyways, this is Nikolai's story, Zoya's story, and Nina's story. And the first chapter, holy shit, that first chapter blew me away. It sucked me in, and I think that Leigh's writing just gets better and better and better with each book, and I think I might have enjoyed this a little bit more than Six of Crows, which I find very hard to believe because Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom was amazing, but seeing all these characters come back together like years after was really incredible, and I really enjoyed that. Full of plot twists. This was entirely full of plot twists, and I am so here for them. So here for them. But I need the next book like yesterday, because I need to know what's gonna happen. Like, it's dark, it's mysterious, it's magical, and like I said, Leigh just gets better and better with every single book. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read Hating to Love You by Erin Riley, and this is a romance novel, and apparently I'm into romance now, so there's that. But this book was so great. It was hilarious. I would have read it in one sitting had I not had to work. It's very short, and it's a lot of fun, so you'll just like fly through it. It's about Rafe, who is a cop, and he goes inside this bar and he gets taken a picture of him with these bachelorette girls, and he becomes like Houston's finest cop, and this girl Sophie is sent to go interview him, and they end up having a one-night stand, and she gets pregnant. And so yeah, that's not like a spoiler or anything, like that's like on the back of the book. So definitely loved this. 5 out of 5 stars. I cannot wait to read book 2. It was hilarious and amazing and cute and steamy and sexy and just a lot of fun. I really love this one. So the next book I have to talk about is literally the worst book I have ever read in my entire life, and I'm very ranty about it. I hated it. I hate how the publishing company markets it, because I think it's false advertisement, and I just think that the story was awful. So let me tell you what that awful story is, and that is Never Contended Things by Sarah Porter, a novel of fairy. No, it's not. Okay, basically this book is about these two foster siblings. Sorry, I'm just getting grossed out bringing it up because I hate it. Okay, this book is about two foster siblings who, like, the guy's in love with the girl, but the girl doesn't want to be with him, and the girl dresses up like a guy and the guy kind of dresses like a girl, and it's just like, that's not the weird part. That's not the part that weirds me out. It's just like, I will get there, but like I said, it just makes me upset. Like, I'm getting riled up. Okay, so they go to this like middle of the woods or something. She gets something in her drink and she wakes up and he's gone, and everybody thinks he's dead, and his body turns up and he's like different, and then they think that she murdered him, but obviously she didn't. And then they end up in this, like, I'm gonna call it the upside down, but that's not what it is. I don't want to like mess you guys up. It's like a parallel dimension, and that's what they try to call fairy, but it's really not fairy like at all. Like, there's a prince and this weird creature, and then these imp things, and the imp things come from, like, if you as a person take all of your extra baggage and all of your feelings and emotions and everything and break it all fucking apart, those are what the imp things are. And it's just weird, and I hate it because they try to say that that is fairy, and that's not fairy. Just because a place is weird doesn't make it fairy. And I hate that they market this as fairy because there's no fairies involved. If you're reading this and you're thinking you're gonna get the Cruel Prince or even fairies that Sarah J Maas writes, you're not going to get that at all. There's not fairies in here. So just don't get that out of your mind. Like, and I thought maybe it would be dark and haunting, and it's not even that. It's just, I just think it's sloppy and messy, and I feel bad because I don't want to write Sarah Porter as an author off, but I just don't think I could ever read her writing because of how disturbing this was. It was so bad. It was so bad. I don't even know if I'm getting the plot across to you guys or like explaining it well enough, because I'm just jumbled up about it because it's so terrible. It's so terrible. It's literally the worst book I have ever read in my entire life. And I have read a lot of books, and for me to say that is just, I'm shocked, because I thought this was going to be a 5-star read for me. I love fairies, and when they described it as that, that's not what it is. But basically, these creatures there, so the brother, I don't even know what to say, what will be a spoiler or not a spoiler, but the brother tries to take people from up in the normal world down to this fake fucking world and send a fake person up and then make it look like they're dead. So that's what he does to his sister to make her come and live in this world with him that has the prince, the creature, and the imps. That's it. No fairies. None. This does not have fucking fairies in it. I hate this book. I thought that I would just never want to just tear a book apart, but I just want to rip this apart. And when I see it on shelves and people think that they're getting a fairy book, it just makes me want to scream at the world that they're not getting fairies. I'm just upset. I'm upset because I think they wanted to jump on the Holly Black bandwagon, and this is not that. Not that. You're not getting that. Just don't do what you want, but don't read that book. Just don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. Just act like it doesn't exist, or you'll just be frazzled like myself. Moving on. On a brighter side, I read Sailor Moon, the Eternal Edition, and this book is fucking awesome. It's so fantastic. It's so beautiful, and I read it in one sitting, and it's just, I need volume 2 because it's a nice break between like a lot of books, and like it's short and you can read it fast and stuff, but everything inside is beautiful, and Sailor Moon is just awesome. So 5 out of 5. Next up, I read the short story of Evidence of the Affair by Taylor Jenkins Reid on audiobook, and I think that might be exclusive to Audible or Amazon, maybe. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that. Evidence of the Affair is about 2 married couples, and like the husband from one is dating the wife from the other, and they find out and they end up, the other partners find out and end up writing each other about it, and they end up falling for each other, I believe. I think I remember. It's a weird short story about people trying to find comfort within their marriage, and I found it really interesting. The ending was interesting to see how it turned out. I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. It's not my favorite Taylor Jenkins piece. Also, I'm not big on short stories, but I will read anything that woman writes. Then I read The Clockmaker's Daughter by Kate Morton, and this is historical fiction. I read this on audiobook. It's hard for me to explain what this book is about because I didn't retain very much information. I think I've come to the conclusion that I have a problem connecting with historical fiction on audiobook. So I need to stop doing historical fiction on audiobook, because clearly I can't remember anything. But basically this is about this woman who finds a satchel of a photograph. He wants to figure out why it's so familiar to her, but there's two like linear stories, one in the past and then one in the present happening. So yeah, that's my best explanation for that. I apologize, I suck. I didn't give this a rating because, like I said, I didn't retain much information. I'm not going to get rid of it for the simple fact that I might go back and read it again one day, like when I'm older. Maybe I'll be into it. I don't really know. Also, this cover is beautiful, so it's not going anywhere. The final book on my February wrap-up is Evermore by Sarah Holland, and this is the sequel to Everless, and that was on my top 10 reads of 2018. I really love that book. It is about this girl who goes to the royal palace because she's trying to work to earn blood iron to save her and her father, and she figures out some secrets that about her past that she had no idea that was being kept from her. Poor people bleed to pay for things, and then rich people take their life's blood to stay young. So it like, people pay with their life basically, and I really loved that about that universe. It was super unique and a lot of fun. And well, not fun because it's sad, but the fantasy aspect, you know what I mean. This story continues with her finding out those secrets that happened in the first book and diving in deeper into her past. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was a great read, but it wasn't as good as the first book because I think a lot of the mystery that happened in the first book did not happen in this one, and for that I couldn't give it a whole 5 out of 5 stars. The ending is left kind of open to where we could see more in this universe, and I would be interested in that because I do like this world and I would pick up more about it. So that was really cool. So yes, 4 out of 5 stars. Okay guys, that is it for my February wrap up. Sorry about that little rant that happened earlier, but I got strong feelings about bad books, guys. Strong feelings. So let me know in the comments down below what the worst book you have ever read was. Please tell me. I would like to know. And if you have read Never Contented Things, I would like to hear about it, because I would be interested to hear if people did like it and why, or if you felt how I felt and you hated it. We could rant about it. So let me know that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Bye!